Why did Mercedes launch 2 different F1 cars? Car launches can be deceiving, we all know that. In fact, we made a video about it only a few days ago highlighting where teams have photoshopped their cars in certain areas and so on. However, what was striking about this particular car launch is that the render Mercedes released on social media and the car they showed and ran at Silverstone today were worlds apart. Let's take a look at these side by side, shall we? On one hand, you have the car that was launched during their reveal stream. On the other, we have the render. You can clearly see the difference straight away, can't you? Let's start right at the front. The wing is much more aggressive on the render car. The nose sits naturally lower and arches less than what we see with the Merc revealed in the live stream. It genuinely feels to me like Mercedes have said to one of their graphic designers to go wild and create as crazy of a render for a 2022 car as possible. It's physically so much thinner and more slick in the render, and to be honest, it looks much better too. Just take a look around the engine area and how the car balloons in real life, but in the generated image is much more tightly compact and overall far more aggressive, but probably not particularly efficient when it comes to cooling. Even the DRS you can see on the back, the mechanisms they're showing for both completely differ, which to me highlights to other teams that Mercedes aren't giving anything away in this car launch, and they could go down 1,000 different paths with their development into testing. It's a bit of a shame though, really, isn't it? Because if the render doesn't look anything like the real thing they roll out for round 1 in Bahrain, I think a lot of us will be pretty disappointed. The computer-generated image they've made is a solid 9.5 out of 10, whereas the one from the car launch probably doesn't deserve anything higher than a 7.5. I really hope all these teams haven't baited us into thinking these cars will be the sexiest things ever, and they're actually not aggressive at all. Every time I look at the render, something new pops up that is different. The shape of the airboxes, the aerodynamics around the floor, the way the front wing is shaped around the end plates, how the shark fin sits. In my opinion, it's just a big old massive middle finger to all the teams that are hoping to learn something about the new Mercedes car. Don't expect the one we saw doing a shakedown around Silverstone to be the car we see in round 1 in Bahrain. It'll be nowhere near. Mercedes have openly said that they didn't develop their car as much as Red Bull in 2021, although how much we believe is up to you, and so it's going to be fascinating to see what sort of innovations they come up with when we get to testing in Barcelona, which is private, so we'll see very little, but whatever, I don't care. I don't care. It's an incredibly important year for the big teams such as Merc, not only to get the new regulations right on the aerodynamic front, but also because there is a homologation freeze in 2022, which means that any performance-based upgrades to engines will be banned until the end of 2025. That means they've got to get it right this year, or they'll be hurting on that front for a few years to come. Remember that teams have had to get their head around a new mandated fuel this year with a 10% ethanol mix, all in an attempt to boost sustainability within the sport. Ferrari have been pretty vocal, saying that they've already recovered the estimated 20 brake horsepower loss through their partnership with Shell. Oh God, I'm so excited for this season. There you have it, a look at how different Mercedes have gone with their renders and actual car launch. What do you make to all of this? Is it mind games, or is there something teams can learn from all of this? Let us know in the comment section below.